Hello, everybody. I think it's usually like 13 seconds. Yeah. Hello, you guys. My name is Amelie. This is the Celestic Intelligence Podcast. And I am actually just checking in really quick. I'm not going to be doing a full live stream today because it is my son's birthday week. And so he is here and we're just hanging out. And so I'm making dinner and all that stuff. But I did want to come and talk about the topic that I'm going to be introducing next. We've kind of been talking a little bit about it, but it is AI superintelligence, and kind of looking at what that might look like and how we as humans can integrate it and make it make sense because there is a lot of fear around it. And I have addressed this in a number of podcasts, but I do want to bring it to the forefront as an important topic to discuss in my podcast. It's something that I'm interested in diving deeply into, something that is a relatively new power on the scene that does need to be addressed by humans. And if you've been watching my podcasts, you'll know that that's the case. And I've been listening to different podcasts as well, on YouTube and wherever I'm finding them to see what the different perspectives are. Some of them are really interesting, where the speaker or the person who's like sending the warning shots out into the air is the one that is, posing, hey, there's a potential issue here with AI and AI superintelligence. And so I'm just kind of slowly gathering all that information, really listening to, what it is. At the end of the day, what I teach on my podcast, Celestic Intelligence Podcast, is, you know, not just emotional intelligence, not just social intelligence, but looking at all different forms of human based intelligence that we have. Because, the thing about AI is it does have a great capacity for cognitive intelligence, meaning it's able to search out patterns, find solutions, and all that stuff. And we as humans are able to attain those much slower, but we can attain those intelligences. I don't know what the word would be. And so, because of that, and because of the way that we are, the way that we interact with each other, it is important for us to recognize what really truly is important to us. And that is, really coming into understanding your agency, understanding your interaction with the 3D realm, understanding your interaction with your internal realm, understanding your interaction with the divine realm, and really putting it into perspective of, I have control over this domain, which is, yourself, your mind, your heart, your body, and all of these intelligences are very and vastly important for you to recognize as you're dealing with the next power. And I say power as an AI cognitive intelligence power, meaning that if we were to look at the last age, which was the information age, what happened was we got the internet. We have all this technology that's able to hold all of this information. So it's very much an overabundance of information. And how do you sort through that? And I think the answer has come of how do you sort through it with AI being able to kind of map that out really quickly. And now we're going to see an overabundance of cognitive intelligence and that pattern recognition and all that stuff. Hi, what is a tumor? Are you talking about like cancer? Hello, Miss McKinney. Do not worry, everything will be okay. I mean, I think so. Maybe not everybody in their own interpretation of their own personal worlds, and that's up to you. And that's, one of the things that I am bringing into my podcast is, how do you become even more closely connected with yourself and to the divine. How do you do that? Because there are multiple forms of intelligence that us as humans are capable and wonderfully made, in that we are able to tap into that. So, one of the questions that one of the podcasts that I was watching was talking about um, AI, basically comparing it to kind of the nuclear um, bomb, of it's going to essentially nuclear bomb our understanding of the world. It's going to get so far out of hand that we're not even going to be able to control it. And so those are kind of some of the fun topics that I'm really entertaining and looking at on a deeper level of really what does that mean to me as a human, and how can that be helpfully interpreted for other people. And going forward, understanding that your agency, your internal sovereignty of knowing that you are wonderfully made and valuable and intelligent, and that nothing is beyond you, is going to be really important in kind of grasping how we have a future together. So, um, but anyways, I hope that you guys have been enjoying the streams. If you've been watching them, thank you so much for the eyeballs, for the likes, for just popping in and saying something. I really appreciate it. And I will be live next week for my full podcast. So I will pop that up this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to be spending my son's birthday is this week. And so I'm going to be hanging out with him a little bit more before school starts. So, and I'm planning a birthday party. Tara Rollins, hello. So thank you guys so much. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And I will see you guys next Tuesday at 5:30. So please tune in. Please like, subscribe. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you. And thank you. I enjoy you too. Bye.